Hello, friends, and welcome to the 19th hole. Hope you're having as good a day as I am. Hey, the purpose of this video is to clue you in on some terminology that I know you've heard before, you've heard in the past, but probably do not understand. You've never heard an explanation for it. And don't feel bad about that, because you could talk to your club pro and he probably couldn't give you an explanation either. But that's bulge and roll on the club head face. Now, here's a persimmon club head, and you say, Dave, why are you showing us a persimmon club head? I haven't played those in years. Well, that's true, but the technology was brought about in the 1890s, and it was an unbelievable innovation at the time. So I think it's appropriate to show it this way. But anyway, well, basically what you've got on the face of the club head, you'll know it goes like this. Okay? It's a convex shape from heel to toe. That's called bulge. On the other hand, you have a convex feature from leading edge to top shell. It's like this. That's called roll. The purpose of that is very simple. If you hit the club or the ball right directly on the face, right on the screws, and by the way, that's some more terminology. When you say hit it on the screws, what that refers to is, in the old days, this insert was attached with screws. There'd be 4 or 5 screws surrounding the center. When you hit it on the screws, that means you hit a perfect shot. That's where that term comes from. So you learned something new. Anyway, the purpose of that, the bulge and roll, is this. If you hit the ball directly in the center on the screws, the ball's going to go straight down the fairway. If you hit the ball over here to this edge, what happens, the club face will deflect. The whole club will deflect like this. And as it does that, it puts this spin on the ball, so it starts out far to the right, but it'll come back into the center. It's a fade, or excuse me, it's a draw, spin. It comes back into the center. If, on the other hand, you hit it on the heel, just the opposite happens. Club deflects in this direction. It puts the reverse kind of spin on it, so the ball will start out to the left, but then fade back to the center. So regardless of where you hit it on the club face, it cuts mishits into a fraction when that happened. Now, roll, on the other hand, if you were to hit the ball down low like this, what's true? The club face deflects like this, and it puts a spin on the ball, so it spins like this, so it starts out low, but then it comes up high. By the same token, if you hit at the top, the club face deflects like this. We'll call the ball to roll down and put that kind of a spin, an over and under spin, so it starts out high and then becomes low. It's called the gear effect. When that happens, when this club face deflects like this, and it imparts that spin, that's called the gear effect. Same up here, it's the gear effect. So there's another term you've probably never heard of. Anyway, the reason it was so popular with persimmon wood club heads is because a piece of persimmon is a solid piece of wood. It's hard as a rock. There's no deflection on the face whatsoever. So bulge and roll worked tremendously. And if you've ever hit a persimmon driver, you know what I'm talking about. Now, on the other hand, you get the modern driver, titanium driver. Well, this baby's hollow, and the face is very thin piece of titanium. And what happens with that is when you hit the ball with it, the face will actually go spring inward, and then it springs outward. And that's called the trampoline effect. There's another term for you, the trampoline effect. I know you heard of that too. It'll spring the ball out. Well, once you get that action where the club face is actually giving in, then all of a sudden you lose the benefits of bulge and roll. It doesn't work. So you ask, well, why is it then on a titanium club face you still have bulge and you still have roll? And the reason is to stabilize that thin club face. If this was flat and you were to hit the ball with this, after 2 or 3 shots, you'd have a permanent dent right in the center of the club face. In other words, this baby would spring in and stay there. The bulge and roll adds stability to it, makes it a convex feature, so you have plenty more stability. Anyway, that's what bulge and roll means. And now you can tell your friends, I know something you don't. And you know the whole point of bulge and roll, and the reason it was such a great innovation, you just didn't lose so many golf balls. Because everybody hates to lose a golf ball. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. We will see you next time. Bye now.